Alright, good evening to a further attempt currently at Pantheon 3. For now I'm gonna do it without the charms, but with everything else, which I already know the lack of my quick slash. That quick slash missing is just massively annoying. Okay, at least I can get like 2 heals on. Oh, actually, 3, wonderful. I thought I already dodged it on. Oh, didn't click the button in time. Right. I haven't played in a second because I played other things. Started Static Dread, which is not as bad of a horror game as I thought it would be. And then yesterday I was just completely booked out because one of my drains clogged, which wasn't fun to deal with. And also I went to eat out with coworkers, which was a lot more fun to deal with. The food was also nice. I didn't even know you have contact damage. Also, what the why do I not deal damage? I didn't choose the nail bending. I should probably use my spells a little bit more. Alright, collector should really not be that much of a problem. Even though I'm not getting all that many hits in. I honestly thought that the thing I'll miss the most is my Mark of Pride. But I kind of miss my quick slash more. Kill you, kill you. I do also miss my range, but the attack speed even more so. God fucking damn it, are you annoying? Normally I don't really notice the attack speed because I only remove it for enemies that I cannot attack all that much anyway, like Absolute Radiance. There I only get like 1 hit in. Or 2, so the attack speed doesn't really matter. Don't just walk into me. I do like that the spells to go through his like damage and vulnerability when he rolls. Aha, lovely. I am happy that the Fragile Strength apparently just gives you shit tons of damage. Because I don't feel all that much stronger with this snail than I do with the... Maybe I should just use those more. I normally don't like attacks where you have to hold a button. Especially for attacks like that. But at least this button is directly next to the jump, so I don't have to weirdly break my fingers just to hold it, push to hold it down. What was after? So after Grim there's a spa, I'm pretty sure. To regenerate a little bit. Okay, that was actually a lot more damage than I thought it would be. Apparently more damage, less poise damage. Like there is, and there's the lifeblood. Perfect. No running away from me. So does it go 369 lifeblood? Because that is quite a lot. If I don't immediately lose it to Galeon just flying into me. Alright, I kept one. Why is always the lifeblood around him? Zoot. Still hate you. Okay, have a quick heal. Just fucking spits at me, huh? Alright, doesn't look too bad currently. Honestly, I'd rather have him just running into me than walk into the ghosts, because the ghosts do 2 damage on explosion. Like most explosions, I believe. Hello! How did I take damage from that? Alright, Zoe is down. This is not Pantheon 5, this is Pantheon 3. Currently doing that for the lifeblood. I'm currently having only the charms disabled. Okay, so spells actually also do not deal damage to you, huh? So there's one here. That did not hit you. That is not ideal. How did that not hit you either? over here. I just straight hate this fight. Alright, where's my next jellyfish? Middle. But yeah, just doing the third one now is Noska, I believe, for the lifeblood. I'm not sure if I do the fourth one for the lifeblood. Oh no, Hornet. You got stuck again. I don't know if she always gets stuck like in the right corner there. Ah. And then I just walk into the fucking trap. Pantheon 3. The one with Sly. Just running into her. Well, I know that I'm not gonna do that. I hate doing shit hitless. Oh no. Here just a guy. Pantheon 3 with the charm binding to get to... Oh, we're already at Sly? Was Nosk in Pantheon 2? Nope. That's why I'm currently doing these. Ow. Holy shit, that hit me. I'm currently doing basically this Pantheon so I can get lifeblood to make the fifth one easier. Okay, that's a quick heal. Holy shit, I miss my Mark of Pride, holy shit. Okay, bit more heal. I think this is still the best attack to bait, because I really don't think I'd want to stand too close whenever he charges up. Okay. Second phase. I'll probably only get one hit in each time. So I'm gonna make sure it's a heavy one. What? He can do that? Alright. And now I get to use my charms again. Which I definitely prefer. 15 minutes. Okay, let's see if the other 3 bindings are faster. Yeah, to be fair, the Great Slash is supposed to be great, so it kind of makes sense that it has a massive hitbox. Oh, how I missed you, Quick Slash. How I hate this attack. Especially if he just does it 3 times in a fucking row. How I hate those flies. Those bees. Well, your nail is a lot shorter than his. I still don't really like the nail arts. I don't like having to charge up like this. I'd rather just slap people. I honestly kinda hate this fight mainly because of those stupid things. And his bees. Alright. Yeah, I haven't really used them at any point during the normal play. And I haven't really utilized them at any time during the normal play because I don't like holding down buttons. So I've never really used them, and then if you're basically 112% done with a game, you generally don't really, or I at least don't really try to learn something new. Except if you want to complete a game. Like completely complete a game with Radiant bosses and such, and I really do not intend to do that. Can you stop running away? Stop hiding, bitch. Getting hits in before they even start yelling, always appreciated. Yeah, the better for bosses where you can't hit them permanent at all times. That is true. Just fucking lands on me, huh? Alright. But like most of the bosses I can just slap repeatedly. Which is exactly as effective, if not more effective. Especially with fragile strength equipped and such. Can you stop spitting at me? Apparently not. I hate this attack the most of any of your moves. The stupid spit hit you. I don't know, I have done the Colosseum a few. It's like every single one I have done like once. Alright, good evening, Grim. I think Grim is probably one of the few well-used nail arts because he just teleports away and you have some time in between to hit him with him, to charge him up. Actually, why does the Charge Slash have more range than the Great Slash when you use it? Okay, not downwards, apparently. Radiance. Absolute radiance. So I get basically through everything. The only thing that is in any way, shape or form challenging currently is Pure Vessel, and then Absolute Radiance. Everything else, including NKG, not really a problem. Yeah, again, he kind of just teleports away, and then before you can charge it up before he comes in again. And in the time it takes him to teleport back in, you can just charge up the next nail art. Markov deals a lot of damage to me, but I'm not really getting sweaty fighting him. Yeah, that's why I don't like holding buttons. Alright, Balloon again. After Grim is a Spa. So I don't actually think I need to be concerned. I don't like Markov, but I don't... actually, I do like Markov. I don't like Zod. But I don't think both of them I get really that sweaty. I'll be annoyed at them, absolutely. But really sweaty? Not really. NKG, yeah, if you know about his patterns, he's kind of easy to dodge. He's still a fun fight though. Which, that's the problem, rather. NKG is a fun fight, Markov and Zod are not. Oh, that hit me. That also hit me. I didn't know that thing could fly this low. Can you be done? But yeah, again, I'll probably not fight any of the Radiant bosses. Really just fucking spitting at me. I don't really have an intention of doing a crypto scam, so I probably won't. Can you not summon these things every single second? I completely overlooked that shockwave. Okay. I don't actually even know what MMC is. Fuck. I haven't really never engaged with the acronyms, so I don't know what MMC means. I mean, Massive Moss Charger is barely a battle, so... I fucking hate those bees. Every single one of them. Alright, get all the who out of the way. Like I'd say, Massive Moss Charger is even less of a boss than Fluke Marm. Because if you have the correct charm setup, Massive Moss Charger is just completely unable of hitting you. Alright. I don't think it does. I don't remember actually, but well, I streamed it so I could just look it up. You're a jumpy boy today, huh? Alright. Just gonna have to pause for a second so I can get me another drink. No, I think the game generally just has a little bit of boss bloat. I hate when he just spits all the fucking time. Though I think I would be safe if I just jumped on him at every second. Alright. Get a little healing. I'm not too scared of Grim. You, bad pet owner. I'm actually really not that scared of Grim. I forgot that was the upcut. Alright, quick kill. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't consider Massive Moss Charger a boss. Especially because as soon as you have Quick Slash, or even before you have Quick Slash, if you have just Mark of Pride, he's kind of just... he literally cannot hurt you. Yeah, but Soul Warrior at least can hurt you. He probably won't, but he can. Like, the normal Moss Chargers have more of a likelihood to actually hurt you than the massive Moss Charger, because they leave after one hit and then can take you unaware again. While the massive Moss Charger just charges you and eats your nail. Yep. Like Soul Warrior, I fought him in the Colosseum of Fools, I believe, before I actually found him in his boss location. That's why I don't accept him as a boss, but Massive Moss Charger just straight up shouldn't be a boss. And I wonder if they added him because they needed a specific kind of boss quota. Alright. Let's see if I can do Galeon without dying this time. Yeah, I kinda got spoiled because I played Dead Cells, which has a collaboration with Hollow Knight. And as a collaboration, they brought in the Pure Nail as a weapon for Dead Cells. So I knew you could bounce. But when I first encountered Massive Moss Charger, I don't think I even bounced. I just hit him for the knockback. I do wonder why they use the latest evolution of Zod, but not of White Defender. Okay, White Defender would be pretty hefty to deal with, considering that he deals like 5 damage per hit. Game mechanics can be spoiled. But Hollow Knight kind of had a lot of like, not follow-ups, not really rip-offs, but like inspired games. So I kind of already knew most of the mechanics. Okay, hit him out of the air. And then again, it is a Metroidvania, so I already knew a lot of the mechanics simply from playing, you know, Castlevania. Yeah, that is actually kind of true, and he does change. Like, getting hit for 5 is a massive change from getting hit for 1. Sure, he doesn't really change pattern-wise, but... And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like White Defender 1 is also way too easy. Where are they coming from? Directly down there. Well, I fucking missed. Okay, have a quick heal. I don't see any other jelly boy. Okay, middle. I hate that pattern. How did that miss him? Okay, I hate that pattern even more. He does allow for a lot of healing in the meantime though, which is appreciated. Alright. Yeah, it's a roguelike. So, to be fair, you can... like, Dead Cells is intended to be beaten in, like, an hour. If you do a normal speed run in Dead Cells, it's gonna take you at most an hour. Because Dead Cells isn't a Metroidvania, it's a roguelike. It's intended to be, you play it once a day. Can you stop with those stupid traps? And I'm used to roguelikes because I play like deck builder roguelikes a lot. So Dead Cells was kind of up my alley. But if you want to play like long form games like Hollow Knight, then yeah, Dead Cells is not that. Also, I can already tell you, even if you beat Dead Cells, you have to start from the beginning. That's the point of a roguelike. You do it, and then you get better every time, and at some point you are so good that you can do it without needing to heal. But when it does come to roguelikes, Dead Cell is one of the better ones. At least of the non-deck builder ones. If you exclude the deck builder ones, because the deck builder ones are one of the most explored... The deck builder roguelikes are one of the most explored genres currently in the market, I'm pretty sure. Alright, phase 2. I don't think I've ever died to this. No, I died to this phase, I believe, once. Yeah, those are also Metroidvanias, so more long form like Hollow Knight, not roguelikes. I do like roguelikes because you just go in, you play for an hour, and then you have a run done. Which is weird because I also like the opposite of 4X, in which you go in, play for 16 weeks, and aren't finished yet. Alright, so we should now have the second lifeblood. Which I assume I don't have to unlock specifically differently. But yeah, Oriental Blind Forest I kind of also still have on the itinerary. Now, I have no interest in playing Pantheon 4 or 5 with any bindings, so I'm just gonna go back to Pantheon 5. And give that one a good old try. Actually, I can get maybe 2 then. I do like that the lifeblood is just kind of permeating. Alright, let's go then. No summons for you. Okay, I rescind my statement about no summons, I guess. I think I started Orient the Blind Forest once. I don't think I finished it, if I recall correctly. Though to be fair, my favorite type of game is puzzle games. Like escape rooms and such. Those are always great. Okay, we're just doing this today. I'll take it. Gladly take it. And then failed false knight. Complete pushover at this point. Completely not even a fight. Alright, as Moss Judger. Also not really a fight. Hornet 1. No, there is no spa directly behind her, only after Oro and Mato. But like the Pantheon 1 boss is really not any issue. By the way, if you do like Metroidvanias, I'd recommend playing Blasphemous and Nine Souls, as well as Ender Lilies. Gorp. Wonderful. Still the best character in the game. This guy was incredibly annoying to fight without the range. Blasphemous and Nine Souls, and then the Lilies. I like both of those games. Or actually all three of them. And then the Magnolia, and Blasphemous too. Though Nine Souls is most likely the most difficult of them. Like, if you're not good with the combat system. But Nine Souls did it correctly. They only had like 9 bosses. Actually, I believe they only had like 8 actual bosses. And then they had a bunch of mini-bosses. They kind of went the Sekiro route with that. Which the game was very much inspired by Sekiro, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, kind of. Waterways is a bit late, isn't it? Like, it's one of the later areas. Not the latest, but there's definitely a bunch beforehand. Alright, get Malta out. I've misjudged the range again. There's a spell after this, isn't there? Yeah. Get Oro out of here. Alright. Okay. Right, so now we get 4. And okay, 0. Not sure how useful that lifeblood is actually gonna be, except for like pure vessel. You are not the only one who found me before. Fuck. Alright, I can't hear it. Greatness is a word for it, yeah. No thoughts. I still don't understand why this guy just kind of like charges at you. All the magic powers of any book of any in the kingdom, and he just like tackle. Yeah. Also, though, why is your sword made out of wood? Did somebody get timed out? I can see why. I feel like some would not Look at role playing like that. Oh, only 2 health. Normally I lose a lot more health on a blobbles. But the word is, I do kind of like the word absolute because you can just use it for a king. They really do like hanging on the walls today. Alright, number 1 down. I feel like we should just take Zote and get Hollow Knight into him. All of the corruption, just in there. Can't really hurt all that much. Alright, bouncy boy. I was standing in the corner against Mamu while they added the thorn bushes here. Alright. Fluke Mom, similar to the Massive Moss Charges, just not an actual boss. I can't hear you. Okay, yeah, that's... I don't even know what level my nail had when I fought her the first time. Is it actually a she? Alright, easy, Galleon. Like, you're not the only one I have seen. I have seen some others doing like the YouTube cosplay. Like Elderbug was here once or twice. Oh really? That's impressive actually. So to be fair, I don't think there are that many characters you could play. Oh, the lifeblood stacks. That's good to know. Well, I'm gonna kill you as fast as I can possibly. How did I get hit there? Fuck you, B. I don't understand why who is after Galeon in Pantheon 5. Even if they're both in Pantheon 3, and who is the second in Pantheon 3? Well, Galeon is like after the number 5, after like the middle heal. Oh, okay. Is Galleon before Shale? Like, they kind of just changed the order around, and I don't understand why. I mean, Grim is a good character. I feel like most of the characters don't really talk enough. Like, Zod talks a lot. Tiso, maybe. Of course, he's immediately spitting at me again. I actually wonder if there exist accounts like that for other games. Like, is there a Chrysanta running around on YouTube anywhere? Yeah, he does actually get what he deserves. I'm honestly kind of for the Predator. Okay, we're just doing the drill today. Right, so what is next? We're going up to Slice, so Winged Nosk is gonna be in the way. After Grim there's a Spa, then we have Winged Nosk at least. We have Trader Lord. We have Watcher Knight. I think Watcher Knight is first, followed by Not Lost Kin. Followed by something, and then I believe Trader Lord. Then Sly, and then Hornet. Hornet 2. I think, isn't Trader Lord before Sly? No, it was Watcher Knight. Trader Lord is the first of the P4 bosses. No, the fourth of the P4 bosses. If they only gave me the option of skipping Winged Nosk, because that is the single most boring thing in the game. Yeah, Trader Lord is before White Defender, that's right. So wait, it's Watcher Knight something... is it Umu? Is Watcher Knight? Yeah, it's Watcher Knight Umu. Watcher Knight Umu, then Winged Nosk, Sly, Hornet. I don't think I'd consider myself a streamer. At least definitely not Hollow Knight streamer, because I play too much other shit. That was number 4, I believe. So you are 5 and then 6. Oh, you can pick bosses too? I assume they should have a semblance of, like, personality. Because Flugmarm you can't really roleplay as. Alright, Umu. Get me the jellyfish boy. Ow. I thought that's just acid you could swim in. Where are they coming from? Left. Alright. That is correct, I'm not even bothered about a profile pic. The problem is I don't want to put my own face on the internet. But I'm not gonna just take any image of the internet and set it as a profile picture, because that would just be fucking lazy. Oh, we start with the summoning today. Originally I kind of thought about being a VTuber, but those avatars are just expensive as fuck. Well, you know, someone has to take it. Fucking missed. I still don't get how they didn't just make sure that at least one of the blobs hits you if you just stand still. Like, if I would suggest any single bot, you know what? No. If I could suggest anything, Grey Mourner. Grey Mourner. Go bring flowers to streams. Unless you have like a list of characters you need to choose from. The other vote? Sly. I do like Sly, he's one of my favorite bosses. Not the favorite one, but one of my favorite ones. I also do like the archetype of just being, being small with big sword. I do like how in her second combat she learned how to be invulnerable before she actually starts moving. Like, I assume you did some characters already, and I assume Zote is not the first. No, Elderbug was also. Like, what characters have you done already? And are you gonna branch out into Silk Song? Alright, now we go to Pantheon 4. Yeah, no, honestly, Grey Mourner and Sly. Because those two actually have enough of a personality. Like, if you just go Enraged Guardian, he's not really a person. Oh wow. I really should look if there's like a Chrysantha on YouTube. I mean, every fandom is a cult if you move them too far. Like, have you seen what the Deltarune fandom is looking like? Holy shit. I'm surprised I managed to dodge that. Elderberg, Room, Zote, Nosk, the Pale King, Drunk Defender, and Royal Retainers. Okay. Yeah, Grim is... Do you just switch around? Do you have like a month-long rotation? Or when do you decide it was enough? I still love this boy. But he does not come out. We should reach Mafunda soon. Yep. I'm not entirely sure how you would roleplay as Nosk though. Like, just be creepy in chat. There's enough people who did it without roleplaying. Depending on the streamer. Good hit. How much lifeblood can you have at maximum? And I'm probably gonna lose all of my lifeblood to Markov now I think about it. I still don't understand this stupid charge. Infinite lifeblood, that's not bad. Why are you charging? Why are you just trying to body slam someone? That is probably the only attack I will never understand. Around 40 or 50, yeah, that sounds about right. And I think you can't even get that much in the Pantheon because you get a break after 10. And then you get a break after 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35, so that's... What is it? 4 breaks where you can get lifeblood? No, 6? And then if you get 6 times 5, that would only be 30. Alright. Go Markoth. Throw your stupid swords at me. Like, whenever I fight Markov, I hope that he does this attack at a good position. Like, specifically above a platform. Because then you can just push him into the platform over and over again. Since for some reason when he does that attack, he doesn't go through platforms. True, I could use the lifeblood charms. But, like with the most other charms, I'm too used to my current charm setup to do anything else. Alright, have a quick heal. I could take, what is it, Yoni's Blessing? That just replaces all your health with lifeblood. And doubles it. Alright, good and easy zone. Failed champion. Honestly, should also not really be a boss. They really should not have just reskinned Soulmaster and False Knight. I don't think so, because it resets everything when you enter the Pantheon. It also resets your soul to 0. So I don't think you can bring anything from outside. Yeah, oh well. That would probably also make it a lot easier. Alright, Nightmare King. Oh yeah, he already starts with that, I forgot. That is very much possible, because the lifeblood in the normal game is relatively just split around. While in the Pantheon, if you do it right and don't ever take damage, you kind of just keep it. But like, if you bring along like 3 extra lifeblood, wouldn't hurt. Alright, so we're at about half. I do still love how he stands there, so sassy. Balloon again, so a quarter. I do still love how Nightmare King Grim is kind of like a perfect evolution of Troop Master Grim. Without making too many differences. But making him massively harder in the same time. They did well with that. Alright, and now it's time to die. Get me... Not that long now, the Carefree song, a Carefree melody. I'm an idiot. I need to sit before I take the lifeblood. No, yeah. God, I was stupid. So they kind of intend... Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Because I wanted to change my charm. I forgot that the lifeblood doesn't stay around. I jumped too late. Apparently we stand on the floor today. I mean, it would probably block a hit or two from Pure Vessel. Actually, it would block exactly 2 hits from Pure Vessel. I didn't expect to have it around during Absolute Radiance. Like, I didn't expect that, that's true. Alright. Pure Vessel at this point also good enough that I don't really too scared of him anymore. And my controller is running away. Took me about 37 minutes to get here, which isn't bad. I do like when he does the lasers. Because it's just some free hits. I don't like when he does those. I nearly missed the swords from above. But we're already at this phase. So that was quick. I'm not used to getting here. And now I think I'll just try and play safe. Especially around those things. Hate when he does that, directly next to me. Fuck. Yeah, it was stupid. So it's from the side. Lasers again. fucking hate those swords. Oh, we're going up. Okay, I should probably not just stand there. I haven't been here in a very long while. And I absolutely hate this attack pattern. And I also just fall into the abyss all the fucking time. And congratulations, Ginny! You were exactly at the right moment here. Just rip it apart, I guess. That was fun for Jenny. That was the first attempt today. Honestly, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, something fierce. Stupid god of tuna. Was that Hollow Knight at the end, or was it the Small Knight? Send the Pantheon and take your place at the peak. Ugh. Good question. Probably wait for Silksong. Which means that Hornet, well, the existence of Silksong kind of implies that Hornet either wins or at least gets away. So. Right. I think I've mentioned this. That's possible. That is actually possible since Radiance is dead now. Or well, consumed. The Hollow Knight was a creation of the Pale King, wasn't he? If I understood that correctly. Where you kind of like just have to, where he kind of just like made multiples so you could over and over. Would it be before Little... I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel. I don't actually know. That's a good question. In that case, it could very well be that Hornet is dead. Because I don't think she'd actually stand a chance against the Hollow Knight. Or Pure Vessel, even. If it's cleansed. Like, Hollow Knight maybe, but Pure Vessel she would absolutely lose. But yeah, regarding what now, the simple answer is probably not really all that much more Hollow Knight. Because I have no intention of playing either Steel Soul nor the Radiant bosses. So, that one's not gonna happen. I'll just return to streaming something else. Which... I can understand if you're fans of Hollow Knight, you might not watch, but that's fine. I do have some Metroidvanias downloaded, which I may stream, though some of them are old. And... I don't know about... I don't know how they go. And otherwise, yeah, it's kind of just like waiting for Silksong. To be fair, they can just, like, set a canon ending if they want to do a sequel. And, like, for example, XCOM 2 is, they took the canon ending of you actually losing. Which is really funny to me still. Yeah. The problem with that is that... Alright, and we do have the pure completion achievement. Wonderful. 54 hours and a minute. I'll take that. So let me actually check. What achievements would I be missing? Secret. Okay, these achievements are hidden. Leave Zod to die. I probably honestly should have left him to die. Complete the game in under 10 hours or 5 hours. Pretty sure that is very much easily possible if it doesn't care for which game, for which ending. I don't like multiverse bullshit like that. Just be brave and choose an ending. And the XCOM guys, again, they basically just checked at their stats and looked what people have achieved each ending, and then they took the one that was achieved the most, which is actually achieved is a weird word phrasing of that, because it's just you lost, it's a game over, they got defeated, they lost the game, and then they said, okay, this is the ending we're going with. So that was, they should probably just do that for like a Hollow Knight or other games as well. I know they took a true ending for Blasphemous, namely the DLC ending, when they went with Blasphemous 2, where you defeat the Divinity and the High Wills. And yeah, I honestly would probably just decide on a true ending and go with that. Now, one thing I wanted to look at. What do you do? Oh, you can just crawl while doing that. Okay, that's kind of funny. If you combine it with that, so you can just basically you just become a snail. That's great. I've had this for so long and I've never used it. There are actually a bunch of charms I've never used. Defender Crest and... So the Fluke Charm is... just... do a whole... Defender's Crest. The fuck is... Wait, is it a stinky Fluke Charm if you have the Defender's Crest equipped? It is! That's kinda great. And I see the bees also get stinky if you have the Defender's Crest equipped. These are not stinky. So the Weevilings are not stinky. That's a bit of a shame. And then you have the bigger stinky cloud. Okay. Like, these spells are still the same, only this one gets different. That's... I kinda like it. Again, I was just completely used to the Defender Crest. And I think this is probably not an actually gold build, if I'd had to guess. Like, it's probably funny, but I assume it's not a good build. Deep Focus and Spore Shrooms. Like, one thing I found really funny is when I took all of these and just had 50,000 lifeblood. That is also already kind of funny. but... Alright, what is it? Deep focus and push room. Which one was push room? This one. It doesn't seem that good. It just stays around longer, I guess. I honestly should have just had the Defender's Crest equipped, just to do shit like that. Literally. Literally shit like that. Alright. Just stink at them. And these also went stinky, so that's kinda neat. They will fire beams of white hot energy from there. I completely forgot that we have that. That get actually helpful. I was honestly not expecting to actually get through this today, so I'm a bit unprepared. Yeah, so that's probably it for Hollow Knight for the foreseeable future until Silksong comes out. If Silksong comes out, which I still contest whether that might actually happen, since this is like the 4th time they announced it. Absolutely not gonna do that with bindings. Okay, you can just fall off. Absolutely not gonna do Pantheon 4 or 5 with bindings, and I'm not gonna do the Radiant bosses. Yeah. Otherwise, thoughts on the game, which I do kind of for every game after I've beaten it. It's competent. The combat is okay. The exploration is okay. I really like the map design. Pay 5 Hitlers, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Doing exactly that now. Unfortunately, I do not think the combat is good enough to get me to play it for all that much longer. It is honestly a kind of basic combat, which is executed well. And again, music and art. I do like the art style, which again is executed very well. It's not my favorite art style wise, and music wise, I do not listen nearly well enough to the music to really appreciate it. Which, to be fair, in that case, it has fulfilled its purpose as background music, which is to, you know, be in the background. What is this even? So, it fulfilled its purpose, but I don't think anything really stuck out. Yeah, the game is, in a word, it is competent in basically everything it does. It is good in everything it does, but it's not amazing in everything it does. The biggest flaw of the game is honestly its boss design for most bosses. There are a few standouts that I like, but most of the bosses are just not good. The charms do be a little unbalanced. To be fair though, Mark and Pride or Longnail, for example, it's basically the same thing. Only like one is an upgrade of the other. Some of them you get very late, like the Grubberfly's Elegy. So they are allowed to be a bit stronger than other ones. And if you have... I do like that they have charm combinations. But yeah, it does everything it does very well. But for everything it does, there are other games that do them better. To be fair, that is mostly personal preference, like, not everyone is gonna be hyped about Nine Souls combat system. I really liked it. But that may not be for everyone, and then they could prefer Hollow Knight, which is a little bit more basic, but a little more forgiving as well. I did not like that bosses started doing 2 damage, because that's a very Like, there were some very cheap ways of increasing difficulty. The platforming do be fun, yeah. There is... Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia have a bit more interesting, like, movement puzzles. But I do like the bouncing. Oh, how did you find Nine Souls? I loved that game. To be fair, I also loved Sekiro, which is why I went into Nine Souls a little bit biased. I loved... For Nine Souls, all of the boss designs I liked very much. With the exception of maybe Mosquito Boy. The old mosquito guy. Zote is a fine character. Like, I probably wouldn't rescue him again, but he does what they set him out to do. So you can't really complain about that. Hiso was maybe a bit wasted, considering that he built himself up so much and then he just died, but maybe that was also what they set out for him to do. I do like the spells and their upgrades. I have not used them nearly enough. And I have the problem that for many people, at least I feel like for many people, this was their first Metroidvania. And the first of something is always kind of a bit nostalgic. But it wasn't for me. Like, my first Metroidvania was Metroid. So I've played a bunch of them. I did like Elderbug. Elderbug was cool. Like, most of the NPC designs, great. Some of the boss designs, absolutely fucking not. Half of the bosses... Honestly, Godhome exclusively works because they basically included everything, regardless of whether or not it is actually a good boss. Like, if we just go through here. What bosses did I actually like? Like, Gru's Mother, whatever. Vengefly King, you jump and hit downwards. Moloch is okay. False Knight is okay. Absolutely hate the existence of Failed Champion. Hornet was a good boss most cases. Moss Charger, like, I don't think we need to discuss Moss Charger and Flugmarm. They are just not bosses. Battle Sisters, amazing boss. Oblobbles, I mean, they're there. They're kind of just around. Hive Knight is okay. I like Hive Knight. I don't know, I don't know about mods. Right, one thing I have to complain about. Lost Kin. In my opinion, the single worst designed boss, because it's just Broken Vessel with ads. Nosk, design-wise, amazing. However, this guy can go die. Winged Nosk, most boring shit in existence. Collector's fine, God Tamer is fine. Enraged Guardian, like Crystal Guardian and Enraged Guardian, they're just, again, a reskin with more damage. Umu was fine as a story boss, with Quirrell to help you, but in Godhome, absolutely sucked. Trader Lord is fine, Zote is fine. Like, he's annoying, but he's fine as a boss. Nightmare King is great, but DLC boss, he has to. Pure Vessel is okay. Pure Vessel is actually rather good. Sly, amazing. Paintmaster Sheo, as well as Nailmasters Oro and Mato, very basic. Elder Who, it's whatever. I wish he wouldn't hide all the time. Gorb is great. Galleon, Markov, and Xero are basically 3 times the same thing. Float around and throw shit at you. Mamu's great. Little bouncy boy. No Eyes is a great design, but I hated her arena. Then, Watcher Knight. Watcher Knight is one of the biggest sins of a gank fight. 6 times the exact same enemy. That is just bad. White Defender, best boy. Soul Master, again, is okay as a design. Absolutely despise Soul Tyrant. Soul Warrior is kind of just there. Like Soul Warrior, I encountered him as a normal bomb before I encountered him a boss. No, like Lost Kin, Broken Vessel was great. Broken Vessel is a good fight. However, then, for example, for Soulmaster and Failed Champion, you have the... for Soul Tyrant and Failed Champion, you have the big advantage that you fight them early on, and then it takes a while until you could fight them again in an empowered form. That's fine. Trial of Fools was the Colosseum, right? That is again just kind of a boss rush. And actually it's more like an enemy rush. It's a gauntlet, which again is fine, but it's not really increasing difficulty. I did like that they changed the arena around a lot. With like the wooden platforms and such. That was good. Most of the areas, I liked. With the exception of Fog Canyon. Deep Nest was kind of great. Deep Nest was great. Waterways is kind of there. The Abyss could have maybe been expanded a little bit more. Get rid of that. The Waterways was okay. The city is great. The city looks good. Kingdom's Edge got a little bit confusing. Then the Graveyard was there. The Crystal Peak also kind of was there. I still like Queen's Gardens the most. And then Howling Cloughs. Yeah. Kingdom's Edge is okay. It looks okay. I just got lost all the fucking time, and it contains my least favorite enemy. I hate that hopper. I hate that stupid hopper bug. Yeah, everybody has different taste. Yeah, they kind of exclusively exist to increase the difficulty. And I don't really mind increasing difficulty. I wish they just give them different patterns. Because they both just do the exact same thing as their originals, but faster. That is the only thing they do differently. Actually, I can just... And that is fine. But I really would have preferred if they had like the different patterns at least a little bit, and not just in the not just the general it's faster now. Not just they're faster now, and also Failed Champion hits for 2 health. And Soul Tyrant gets like an additional projectile when he does the flyby. I did kind of like the trees. I do like the Dream Nail, even if I forgot about it all the fucking time. Deepness is definitely one of my favorite areas. But honestly, I think Queen's Garden is my favorite. To be fair, and I said this multiple times, if you've seen multiple streams, the Mantis are my favorite design for the enemies. The Mantis are my favorite, just a general bug design here. And as such, the areas in which they are kind of just have the advantage of the Mantis being in there. And yeah, they needed more patterns, and not just more projectiles and more damage and faster. And the problem I had with Lost Kin specifically is that it is the exact same fight, but faster, and he has ads, and I hate ads. Ads is my least favorite boss trope. So they basically took a fight that was good, not too difficult, but fine, and added ads, which made me absolutely fucking hate it. The lore, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've got everything right about the lore. Yeah, but the Defender is amazing. The Defender is so good, he alone makes up for it. No. Oh yeah, you explode. I forgot about that. I haven't been here for so long. Need to get my Gathering Swarm out again. What I noted of the lore with the Pale King, like if I correct me if I'm wrong. So basically there was the Wyvern, which was which died. And kind of created, if I understand it correctly, kind of the Pale King was born out of that. And then the Pale King was just trying to do good by getting the, or kind of was just already, was the Wyvern also the Radiance? Did I get that right? Or did I misunderstand it? Where am I actually? I think I'm too low. Yeah, I'm at the temple, okay. Is Hornet here? Yeah. So I could go ahead and just fight him again. They're different. Okay, yeah, then I got it wrong. Which is always the problem, because I don't think there's too much well explained in the game. Or maybe I just didn't pay attention. That is very much possible. I always have problems paying attention. So... Okay. So he created the infection because of that. And then I assume the Pale King created the Hollow Knight and... or was the Hollow Knight and created these little abyss things to consume the corruption. Or the infection. I don't even know what your name is. Nim. Alright, so he created the infection because he was jealous, I guess. Yeah, he created all. They kind of showed that at some point, I believe. Okay, one thing. I really liked the Path of Pain. The Path of Pain was great. Right, so Bugs Worshipped Radiance. That was the moth people that the Seer was part of, I'm pretty sure. Pale King arrived. I have not played Celeste. I do believe I have Celeste. But I don't think I've ever started it. The Path of Pain, I did the Path of Pain in like 30 to 40 minutes and someone got mad that I did it too fast. Or rather, he got mad at himself for taking so long for it. All the dead stags. I kind of need to see if about playing Celeste. Celeste is if I understood correctly, Celeste is just a platformer, right? A precision platformer, if I recall correctly. I don't know if it was exactly 40 minutes, but I did it within a single stream, and I did White Palace before that. So, and since my streams are about 2 to 3 hours, it couldn't have been all that much more than 1 hour. I'd need to look it up, but, well, I don't know which stream it was in. Okay, you need to shut up. But yeah, overall I definitely give this game a high, like 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10. It's missing, like, again, it does everything very good, which gives it a high ranking, but it does nothing really amazing. And I'm gonna be very honest, I hate stories that don't tell themselves. Like, if I have ever to go look something up outside of the game just to understand what is happening, the game has failed. Which in this case, the game kind of has failed. To be fair, that could also be because I got like, again, distracted. That is very much possible. It's to each their own, but I absolutely do not like that. That's also why I don't like the story of Dark Souls. I understand the story of Dark Souls, I just don't like it. The problem is, that's fine if the wiki is complete. But for most of these kinds of games, like Hollow Knight has a massive community. So I assume that the wiki is relatively done. But most of the games I play do not have a complete wiki. And if that's the case, then that absolutely fucking sucks. Yeah, you said that you mentioned One Shot last time as well. I may look at it. Again, I already have it in my library because I bought it at some point, so I assume I thought it looked interesting. No. Fuck. But I haven't played it yet. I do like the C-Dash, even though I generally also, again, forgot to ever use it. I do like the little animations for the double jump and the dash with the wings and the mantle, respectively. Why are you up here again? Oh, you just follow when I'm too high and too low. Okay. Not all gameplay needs to be great. Like, I've played The Room, which gameplay-wise is basically not there. So, like, I play visual novels. Absolutely fucking not. Raid couldn't pay me enough to play the game. I hate mobile games. There is a single mobile game I play, and there, thankfully, not a single gacha mechanic. Gacha games are honestly kind of just a blight upon this world. I'm happy I don't play any of them. Yeah, though I did try the Uma Musume game, and then I stopped immediately. No, mobile games not mine. Absolutely not. I have played Minecraft in the past, and then I decided that it's boring. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like Terraria as well, I kind of just don't like them. The freeform games are also not really mine. What is COC? Clash of Clans, okay. I'm gonna be honest, the problem I kind of have is there was a not mobile game, browser game. I still grew up with the browser flash games. Like the first game I ever played on a PC was chess on my grandfather's old PC, which had a whopping 16 megabytes of RAM and a insane 256 megabyte storage. Amazing stuff, that. The first game I played on that was chess. The only game I played on that was chess because there were no other games I could play on that. And then there was a browser game called The Settlers, which was basically Clash of Clans, but in browser-based. So when Clash of Clans came out, I looked at it and was like, yep, that's The Settlers, and didn't start playing it. So that kind of just fell by the wayside for me. But yeah, that's probably it with Hollow Knight. I will play Silksong when it releases, or like a few days afterwards, check if patches come out for it. And if so... yeah, again... I will... oh, Lifeblood is a DLC? I didn't even know that. I protect of an ancient queen, some sort of some hollow. Huh. Yeah, again, the bosses were probably the weakest point. I'm not gonna lie, there were some good bosses, but the exploration was good. Major update, okay. Like, the bosses were definitely the weakest point, most of them. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The lifeblood was rather rare, though. Anyway, as mentioned, that is it for Hollow Knight. And for now, I hope you have a nice evening, hope you have a nice remaining Sunday, regarding, depending on where you live, more or less of it. And I hope you have a good night later on. And then I hope you have a nice week. But otherwise, yeah, goodbye.